we're just going to start. Good evening. I'm going to call to order the regular City Council meeting of Monday, March 23rd. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Councilmember Archibald?
Here.
Councilmember Ashford? Councilmember Beeden? Here. Councilmember Harris?
Here.
Councilmember Pemberton? Councilmember Warden? Here. Mayor Rep?
Here. You have the minutes before you from the regular meeting of March the 9th. Is there a motion to receive and file?
So moved.
Support?
We have a motion and a support. Is there any changes to the minutes? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes will stand as submitted. Before we get started this evening, I just would like to say that we had this regularly scheduled meeting, which is we had to hold for a number of reasons. We have items on the agenda that we do need to take care of. We do have, in the interest of staying away from each other, we're all sitting at least 6 feet apart. If you can't see Councilmember Warden, he is here. He is in the audience. We are going to conduct as much business as we can, get it over very quickly. And then we do have a actual motion on our agenda that would postpone this the upcoming meeting until the following one, which would be the last meeting of April, which gives us 5 weeks between meetings. So we hope that everything is back to somewhat normal by then. If not, we certainly have the options of pursuing this on an electronic basis, but the rules were just passed late last week, so we didn't have time to set this all up so the public could be involved. We do have to have them open to the public, so that is why we are meeting tonight. I also would like to just say to everybody that I certainly hope on behalf of the council, we certainly hope that everybody stays safe and adheres to the social distancing as we are doing tonight here, and to staying home if you're not feeling well. Certainly call a doctor if you get any of the symptoms, and to follow all of the guidelines that the health department has put out there. We have a number of things out on our homepage, on our city website, that you can visit. We are adhering to the county health department regulations, but I do have a couple of other things I will just mention here. And of course, the governor today has announced that we are going to be sheltering in place. So I think that most people have not realized what that means, that the non-essential jobs are not going to happen, but you will have groceries. There will be the grocery stores open, the gas stations, and things that you absolutely do need. Just a couple things to mention is the County Emergency Operations Center is now fully active, as well as the Joint Information Center, of which we're a part of that. Police and fire operations are coordinating response plans for potential COVID-19 contact with emergency response agencies and healthcare agencies from across the county. The Municipal Office Center is closed to the public and non-essential staff. City business should be conducted via the U.S. mail, drive-through window, or online at www.porthuron.org. Also, our city night drop box will be processed continually. If you are calling the offices, please leave a message with detailed information, as those messages are sent to staff and emails will be checked constantly. All non-essential city employees are in a work-from-home status. They report to sites as supervisors direct. Information technology has allowed for much work to be now completed at home. Via an administrative directive, there will be no water shutoffs in the city. About 150 residents have had water service restored as well, and residents are encouraged to keep paying their bills. Via administrative directive, on-street downtown parking has been converted into drive-through pickup lanes so that we can utilize our downtown restaurants for pickups of food. All parks and recreation sites are closed, and the playground equipment is closed and should be avoided. Parks and Recreation is doing some very innovative things online on Facebook to entertain the kids that are home. McMorran Civic Theater and Arena events are canceled. Palmer Park Community Center events are canceled. Rental inspection operations will temporarily pause. Cemetery and forestry divisions have suspended in-person services. City administration will be taking measures to afford paid sick time to employees who may become exposed to the COVID-19, and all city personnel will err on the side of caution. Scheduled water meter appointments entering private property will also be paused. We do want to have one voice so that everyone's not giving something out, so we are encouraging you to contact the St. Clair County Health Department should you have any questions about whether or not you should or shouldn't be doing something, etc. So the number for the St. Clair County Health Department is 810-987-5309, but it is also on our webpage. We also have something on our agenda tonight to postpone city income tax being due, just like following the guidelines of the federal government, who has postponed tax day from April 15th till July. So we will be addressing that later in the agenda. I just wanted to go through some of the things that we are doing. We certainly want all our employees to stay safe, and we want all of our residents to be safe. So please err on the side of caution. Stay home as much as you can. And on behalf of the entire City Council, we wish you health and safety, and that it's yours and your families, and no one becomes sick. With that, we're going to proceed and try to get through this agenda really quickly. And it's public comment time, but if there is no one in the audience tonight, it was open, but nobody has shown up, so I'm just going to close it. We do have a consent agenda as well, and but there's only one item on that consent agenda, so I think I'm just going to was there two?
Right in a row, yeah. First two.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Communications.
sorry, two. So we will go ahead with that. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, it's Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Harris. Is there any, well, there isn't. We'll just take the vote.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris? Councilmember Warden? Mayor Rep?
Yes. Items, we're receiving and filing notification from the Michigan Liquor Control Commission about an application received from In-N-Out Smokers Outlet, LLC, for a new SDM licensed business for a new Sunday sales permit at 1122 10th Street, and received and filed a copy of the completed 2020 assessment roll. Those are the two items. We'll move to from the city manager. If there is no objection from council, they're all chemicals for the water and wastewater plant, so we're going to take the first four items together. If you certainly have an interest in removing one of those to be adopted separately, you can. If the clerk would please, you'll support that? No, nobody has any objection? Okay, go ahead.
Accepting the unit price bid from Chemtrade Chemicals, U.S. LLC, in the amount of $402 per dry ton for an estimated 440 dry tons of aluminum sulfate for use at the wastewater treatment plant and the water filtration plant. Accepting the unit price bid from JCI Jones Chemicals Incorporated in the amount of .745 cents per gallon for an estimated 201,100 gallons of sodium hychlorite for use at the wastewater treatment plant and the water filtration plant. Accepting the unit price bid from JCI Jones Chemical Incorporated in the amount of .078 cents per wet pound for an estimated 285,000 wet pounds of sodium hydroxide for use at the wastewater treatment plant, and accepting the unit price bid from Carmuse Lime Incorporated in the amount of $253.13 per dry ton for an estimated 405 dry tons of hydrated lime for use at the wastewater treatment plant.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Beeden. Any questions? We will take the vote.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris? Yes. Councilmember Warden? Yes. Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Mayor Rep?
Yes. Item 5.
Accepting the bid from Raymond Excavating Company in the amount of $1,978,537.89 for the combined sewer separation of the Blue Water Bridge area project.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Councilmember Beeden, supported by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald. Is there any questions or discussion on this?
Mayor Rep,
Councilmember Harris.
just one question, maybe James could answer. Is this, for this small footprint of what we're going to do, is this a lot of money, or is it kind of what we looked at?
This is what we looked at for the CSO project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about what we budgeted.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We'll take the vote.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Item
Abstain.
5. Yeah.
Councilmember Warden?
Actually, if you give me
Okay.
1 second, I'll
Yep.
review item 5.
Item 5.
Yes.
Councilmember Warden? Yes. Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Mayor Rep?
Yes, just so the public knows, we have had this, our agenda since Thursday, and the opportunity to ask questions. We wanted to keep it brief tonight, so it's not that we're ignoring anything, we're just trying to move through this. Item 6.
Accepting the unit price bid from Walters Masonry Incorporated in the estimated amount of $242,540 for the 2020 through 2021 as-needed concrete repair contract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, is there a second?
Support?
Councilmember Beeden, is there any questions? We will take the vote.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes. Item 7.
Accepting the unit price bid from Dean Marine and Excavating Incorporated in the annual estimated amount of $244,740.72 for the 2020 through 2022 maintenance dredging, dock installation, removal, and maintenance of the downtown marina.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Councilmember Pemberton, is there a second?
Support?
Councilmember Beeden. Is there any questions?
Mayor and council, we did it for 3 years instead of 1 to get better pricing. So we typically do it in 1 year, we did it in 3 years because we get the same people or no payers. So that's why it's being so long.
Thank you. We'll take the vote.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes. Item 8.
Accepting the proposal from Sheriff Goslin Company in the amount of $43,800 for the salt storage roof replacement located at 1812 Bancroft Street.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there discussion?
Hey, Rep.
Councilmember Harris.
Just a statement here. James and I have been sharing emails back and forth during the week and stuff, and as much as I would like to see an architectural shingle put on that facility because of the longness and the degree of protection it offers from the wind and rain and everything else, we're using the 3-tab shingle, which doesn't give us the performance of the architectural shingle. But I guess we put the bid out there, everybody got a bid, but I think that when we go to the next step in this type of thing, we look at quantity over maybe quality, and it's just a question. I sat down with one of the bidders, and he wasn't the least upset about he didn't get the bid, but he told me to look for some information, and I went on Google and stuff. It's today's shingle is not yesterday's shingle, so it's something that we should look forward to in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? We will take the vote.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris? Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes. Item 9.
Accepting the quote from Dependable Heating and Cooling in the amount of $12,300 for the removal and replacement of one of the 3 carrier rooftop heaters at the Utility Service Building located at 1808 Bancroft Street.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald,
Support.
supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there questions?
Mayor Rep,
Yes.
just one question. Just here at the last council meeting, we replaced 3 water heaters and stuff, and I see we have 3 units over there. Are the other ones sufficient enough to carry the load?
Right now, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? We'll take the vote.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes. Item 10.
Accepting the bid from Bali Contracting in the amount of $78,440 for the demolition of the properties located at 903, 905, 907, and 909 Poplar Street, and 904, 906, 908, 910, and 910.5 10th Avenue.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, is there a second?
Support?
Councilmember Beeden. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Warden.
I have some concerns on this, I just want to share.
of St. Clair County Community College owned properties. These are recent acquisitions the community college purchased as of September 30th, 2019. These are 2 apartment complexes they purchased back then. Since then, of course, I think the tenants have moved out, but that's were negotiated directly with the private sellers. Congratulations to SC for doing that. My concern is on the City of Port Huron, the CDBG funds. I looked it up again, and eligible activities over a 1, 2, and 3-year period, CDBG funds must be used for activities to benefit low and moderate income persons. In addition, each activity must meet the following national objectives for the program: benefit low and moderate income persons, prevention and elimination of slums or blight, or address community development needs having a particular urgency because existing conditions pose a serious and immediate threat to health or the welfare of the community for which other funding is not available. And my thought on this is, I put it in writing because I didn't know if we'd have it recorded, but City of Port Huron, I feel, this is a community college, owns the property, they own it since September 30th of last year. I don't think the City of Port Huron, we should have been the ones putting out the bid for the demolition of this property, which would have been after the fact probably when we purchased it or they purchased it. The college, I think, should have put the bids out, their own entity. And the college does have substantial financial resources available to it. In the City of Port Huron, we have senior citizens, fixed incomes, we have low and moderate income persons in the city, and I think the $78,440,000 would be a far greater be of assistance to help with those funds. These scarce resources, I think, really should be utilized to help the needy in our city. And I know some of these funds are often allocated at $5,000 a time to help somebody that is in a poverty level or low income area that needs help with their home. And I figured with $78,000, probably going to be able to help maybe 12 or 13 different homeowners with these scarce funds. It's just a statement. I want to bring that up.
Okay.
I'm not here for any argument. Just want to put it on. I think these are scarce resources, and that I don't think we should be doing this bid. Thank you.
Mayor, Council, I can provide some clarity. So the properties that are in question are some of the highest prime parcels and blighted property in the city. The police chief and the planning director have said that we've had dozens of police calls here, dozens of blight complaints here. These have just been nuisance properties. HUD at both a state level and federal level have reviewed this and approved it. The reason why we are doing this in part of our HUD dollars is to relinquish slums or blighted issues that depreciate property values. These are the problems area for that neighborhood, everyone in the neighborhood is just tired of this property. The community college has right now no plans for this site. So we worked with it. If you take the property and you mow it, you maintain it, we'll get rid of the blight through our blight dollars. The CDBG dollars are blocked off for certain activities, meaning you have to approve the 100-year blight elimination housing program. So you can't take this money away from blight elimination and stick to housing dollars because the federal government has already approved our plan for blight elimination. So it goes with the plan. When they tear it down, they have no immediate plans. The city will not be responsible for mowing. The city will not be responsible for maintaining that property. So it is a benefit to the community college. They bought the property knowing that we can help them remove their blight. So they wouldn't have bought the property. That blighted structure would still be sitting there. So because of this collaborative partnership with SC4, they now have, if they purchased the property, we're able to remove the blight, and now that parcel will be maintained at no cost to the taxpayer of Port Huron. And then we have no plans. If they do come up with something in the future, then we'll bring it in.
So it's better for the neighborhood,
Correct.
and it is approved by HUD.
Correct.
Any other questions?
You're up.
Yes, Councilmember Harris.
Just another comment. You know, I think the college, they maybe made it to the Times Herald. I was looking for the article when we were discussing Haynes Park, but I think they made the comment that when they bought the properties, that it was their goal to get rid of the properties and demolish them. I guess, and what kind of gets me, whether this will be a continuation of things, that since this was taken when they bought this property, they bought, I think it's 9 other properties on Erie Street, St. Clair, and Glenwood. And I just hate to think that they're going to suck us into coming in and taking that and cleaning those places up and we want to go. So I'm just leery. We've been a really good friend to the community college, you know, through the McMorrin thing and everything else. And I'm sorry, I don't think they're being friendly enough to us, so that's probably what it will be in my vote tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? Then we will take the vote.
Councilmember Harris?
No,
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
No.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Mayor Rep?
Yes, so the motion does pass. We did have 4 votes. I would hate to see this be a continual thing, though, so. Resolutions, we'll move on to number 1.
Authorizing the Director of Public Works to commit and purchase salt through the State of Michigan My Deal Extended Purchasing Program for 2020 through the 2021 season.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Councilmember Pemberton, is there a second?
Support.
Councilmember Beeden, any questions? Hard to think about salt for next year. We'll take the vote.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
yes,
Mayor Rep?
Yes. Item 2.
Approving the amortization extension agreement between the Municipal Employees Retirement System of Michigan and the City of Port Huron to memorialize the agreement and representation of the parties concerning an extension of the period of the employer's amortization schedule.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, is there a second?
Support.
Councilmember Pemberton. Is there any questions, or do you want to give a brief statement about why this is?
This is just for the bond proceeds. I signed and executed. We believe our previous resolutions already authorized me to sign this, but just the bond council said, just in case someone questions it, run it through you guys again. Just to be clear, our bond proceeds have not been deposited yet. That will not happen until April 1st. So all the market issues that have happened over the last month have not affected those in any way. So the market downturn is terrible, but it has not affected any of our bond proceeds.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
yeah, just one. Is it, in other words, this is just a continuation of something you priorly did in the
Correct.
Because what stood out to me when I looked at it, and I just looked at it late this afternoon, and I looked at 4C, and it says the employer understands that MERS has advised that compliance with the existing amortization schedule is preferred. And I thought, well, we're changing something, but it's just a continuation. Thank you very much. Yep.
We will take the vote.
Councilmember Warden?
No.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris? Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Mayor Rep?
Yes. Item 3.
Authorizing the extension of the City of Port Huron income tax filing deadline from April 30th, 2020 to July 31st, 2020, and authorizing taxpayers to defer City of Port Huron income tax payments due on April 30th, 2020 to July 31st, 2020, without penalties and interest.
Is there a motion?
So
So
moved.
moved. Support.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there any questions on this? We will take the vote.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden?
Yes.
Mayor Rep?
Yes. I think this is a nice thing to do for our residents and non-residents that have to pay city income tax, to give them a break. Resolution 4.
Approving the postponement of the first meeting in April.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there discussion?
Mayor,
Councilmember Harris.
just a quick question. Being that's our kind of our payment meeting, will this substantiate any problems?
So your previous ordinances authorize utilities and essential bills to be paid, then we, like our DTE bills, our bills for operations, oftentimes those come to you after they've already been paid for the purchasing ordinance and for the utility ordinance that you guys approved. So we're gonna find a way, we'll talk to them, it has to be 2 weeks more, 3 weeks more, we'll talk to our vendors, but we're gonna make it work.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that being said, should there come anything that becomes necessary that we had to meet, we could always call a special meeting. So this at least gives us a break to not have to get out in public and do this. So if there's no other questions, we'll take the vote.
Councilmember Beeden?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Warden,
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald,
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes. Item 5.
Affirming the city manager's administrative directives in regards to city operational changes effective immediately and to remain in effect until April 15, 2020.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Councilmember Pemberton, is there a second?
Second?
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, is there discussion?
Madam Mayor and Council, with consultation with the mayor every step of the way, I believe that everything I've done after consulting with council is covered by the city charter and Public Act 390 under Emergency Powers Act. So I have legal authority to do this, but when we do sweeping changes, I wanted to bring it to you for public confirmation that you are aware of what is going on, the actions that we've taken. And so although affirmation is not required by the mayor and council, I see you.
Thank you. Any comments? We will take the vote.
Councilmember Harris,
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton,
Yes.
Councilmember Warden,
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald,
Yes.
Councilmember Beeden,
Yes.
Mayor Rep.
Yes, that concludes the agenda. We did have a couple of announcements, and one is that weekly curbside yard waste pickup in containers and compost bags will resume the week of April 6th on your regular day. We are still asking that your winter decorations, if you're at the cemetery, be removed by the 31st. Normally, they start right after that to pick them up, but with the cutback schedules, I don't know if that'll happen, but if you could still adhere to that schedule, or at least soon thereafter, that would certainly be appreciated by the personnel in the cemetery. And I also want to take a moment to thank our fire department, our police department. I know they're being stretched throughout this and are putting their lives in peril when they go out there and they don't know what they're going to find. So I congratulate you, and I'm looking both at both chiefs while I'm talking. You can't see them, but we can. And just saying thank you on behalf of the city council for all that you do and all that you will have to do over the next couple of weeks for you and your personnel. And to all the city personnel for the changes that they've had to make and the extra little things they've had to do. And certainly again, on the behalf of the council, I hope everyone stays safe and healthy and abides by the things that have been put in place by our health department, by our governor, by our president, and that we all stay safe. So, and hopefully we'll all be back to normal soon. So, thank you. If there's a motion to adjourn, unless someone has something else, I'll take the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. And thanks for your brevity.
No reason why we can't do that every day.
Don't count on it, James.
Been close a couple of times.
Yeah, we have been close a couple